Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? Welcome to this Thor News adventure. I guess the only way I can check if you guys are here is if people show up. Okay, great. So what we're looking at here is a giant rain band that is across the United States of America and Canada and Mexico. The situation that I've been talking about is very interesting. We have TD26W, Norman, well, Norman's gone now. Olivia, Invest 92E, Gordon, Florence, Invest 92L, and PTC8. That is great. Is anybody here? Somebody say something in the chat. Am I just talking to myself? Okay. That's fantastic. I'm okay. I've talked to myself before. So yeah, we're looking at a rain band at 11:37 a.m. It is looking rainy across a large part of the United States. Let's go over to river flooding. Is this thing not working? I don't know. My type is there. You go slow, you type slow. Anybody here? Oh, I threw in a misspelling. Sweet. The situation doesn't look so hot. Is there anybody? It's crazy. I don't think it's working. Is it going? This is nutty. Oh, hell yeah. Hello, Epic. Oh, holy crap, that's bad. How are you doing today? Okay. Man, this could be bad. So what would you like to see? Hello, King of Bricks. I'm winging it while trying to learn. Well, I'm glad you're here, way out west. What do you guys want to hear about first? We got a whole murderer's row to choose from. It's all very fascinating. Hello, Comment 2002. I am Star-Lord New Thor 7. Now we will click off the GF. Oh yeah, I have something special to show you guys. You can watch this in real time with me. This is the 12Z version of the GFS. I think we have 19 runs left until landfall. And it ticks on through. And so we are now looking at the latest. And holy smokes, will you look at these rain bands here. Hey, Sherman Osborne. Thanks for the emoji. So look at this. This rain band situation is crazy. Like, look at this whole... This was the weird Egyptian eye thing I was talking about in the previous video. So, and not only do we have Hurricane Florence threatening and going to be a danger to the East Coast, we have them getting hit with a major storm in areas that are completely saturated and very floody right before the event. Hey, Dave Rice. Thanks for being here as I wing it and try and bring you information on these next 5 days. This is going to be wild. Okay, so we were watching the GFS tick out at the 12Z. And in the previous model, it had it at 905 pressure, which would be like 200 miles an hour, which is crazy. So, no, yeah, this is what I don't, everybody, many of the models have been saying it's going to go south. But I think it's going to hook up into this cove. Does anybody on the East Coast know if this cove is named anything? So I don't look like a dummy. Caught to you by any chance are you watching? Okay. And, okay, so the GFS is doing that thing again where it's just kind of sitting there and it's hovering. I'm going to let it play. Yeah, this could be a very bad situation. I'm not a fearmonger. I'm not here to make anyone scared. I'm just here to say everything has changed, and so we need to change how we adapt to things. Holy crap. So, two model runs, it's dropped to almost 900. Remember, a Cat 5 hurricane is, I think, 934 millibars? Well, hello, and thank you 3 times, Farv. Chris Farley, love you, brother. Thanks, man. I did physicality stuff 2 days in a row. Like, I could clean my apartment so much so that I was covered in sweat. And then the next day I went and ran around a beach. I was physical for 2 days in a row. So I'm hoping to get back to the Thor physique someday. So do you think Hurricane Florence will hit north on the east coast or south? I think it's going to curve up here and then swish out like that. But I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure this thing will hit the coast. I think it's going to be like everything else, and we don't know what it's going to do until it does it. And that so everybody from here along the way really needs to be prepared. Hey, howdy, Milky Way Weekly. Thank you for joining us. We have a lot of subjects to cover, as you can see, although Norman is off the board, so let that ease your mind. And right now we're covering Florence, though there are many situations. But I wanted to take a look at the new GFS, which is rolling out. And it is showing me 900-ish millibars, which would make it easily a Cat 5 hurricane. It might have been one of those Cat 6s that don't even exist. Let's go down here because I always got to check. Hey, River Storm. It's going to hook left. Well, that's at this point, we're all guessing. Whoa, see, look at that. Which one is that? I don't even know. They all look like monsters, man. It's like the Island of the Monsters. What was the Godzilla movie called where? Okay. I gotta remember not to say anything stupid because I'm live. I don't want people to think I'm dumb. Couldn't live with that. Okay. So yeah, to get to a Cat 5 hurricane, you need 920 or lower. So 2 GFS models in a row have shown it at a Cat 5, and then it kind of hangs out for a couple days by the coast, which I would think would be mildly horrific. So this shows it around Thursday, and it's still hanging around there as a Cat 5 till Monday. And then I think it gets picked up by that system. Because if you guys have been following Thorn, hey, quirky girl, I'm a fan of quirky girls. I mean, although it should be lady. I feel weird talking to anybody under 18. And technically anyone under 21. I was trying to make a joke, but I guess those jokes aren't funny. Although it's serious, yeah, I just don't even want to. Okay. Yeah, Asteroid Fight Club is 18 and up. Sometimes I use naughty language. Often, really. Yes, okay. Worrying won't help us do anything. We should be prepared and we should be concerned, although some will argue that worrying triggers the fear things that make you react one way or another. But yes, we have. Let's go back over to my Twitter page. If you remember, I made a good comment. I do that every once in a while. They're saying, oh, don't worry, or somebody did. The system behind Florence is supposed to go out to sea. Let me find it. Look at that. That's where there's our situation. And there's something in front of Florence now that could develop. See that thing right there? There's a small chance that could develop. Oh yeah, so here it was. Hurricane Tracker app said confidence is high that Tropical Storm Helene will turn into open Atlantic next week and not come west like Florence did. Helene will bring tropical storm and possible hurricane conditions to southern Cabo Verde. I said, hey, confidence was high at the same point with Hurricane Florence also, that it was going to go out to sea. At least from everybody else, and that was not true. Okay, good. Quirky girl's a lady. Coming man, 63. Man, you've been around the sun a couple times. I was thinking about that. That is one cool thing about, how when everybody has a birthday, we've all been around the sun. And when you go around the sun on your birthday, you get to see the moon all those different times. And the sun and the moon are different every day. At least that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so yes, am I concerned about everything? Absolutely, which is why I'm here with you. The Euro model EPS clusters have trended continually westward with the track of Florence. Instead of a million spaghetti lines, these great graphics from Alan Bramer help us easily visualize trends over time. And so, yeah, this one is definitely in danger. And hello, pink hearts, to the islands and especially Puerto Rico, and will be being monitored and watched. And I do not think that will occur. The way that I've been correct since I've been talking about this storm, Florence, and saying, yeah, I think it's going to hit the coast is because everybody said the Azores High was going to collapse. And I was like, well, that's weird because I've been talking on my YouTube channel all year long about how this Azores High is super creepy and super strong. So the idea of all of a sudden her just getting weak at the knees didn't make any sense to me. So that's how I was right. Not that I looked at models or anything, just because, like, okay, if the Azores High is a strong woman, I couldn't see a reason why all of a sudden she would just start swooning because a hurricane came. And so far, it looks like I'm correct. But so that one is supposed to do what they said Florence was going to do. And so I ain't buying that right now. Right? Technically, I blame the sun. It's not blame. Oh my God. Thank you, Melinda. Well, man, you guys are trying to task me to do more live chats, huh? Can I admit something, though? I now kind of feel like a stripper because I just get on here and shake my things. And then you guys are like, we approve. And I'm like, yes. So thank you. And if that joke was stupid, I'm sorry. No funny person past 1,000. I super appreciate it, Melinda. Yeah, this is dangerous. And I don't know how to sell it at the proper level of whether to evacuate or where you're going to be. Oh, this must be the European. Because the European has it just driving straight this way, where the new GFS has it hooking. But I'm saying, like, I got to stay on point. But that the GFS has it going from here and then mowing up as a Cat 5 dance. I will learn. I'll put my camera up eventually. One step at a time. But that's what I'm saying is, like, this is a potentially catastrophic situation. The GFS has shown us 2 models in a row, something that could produce 200 mile per hour winds. Now imagine if it sat there like that, like a buzzsaw, just sitting there at 200 miles per hour, 150 mile per hour winds. That would be an extremely bad situation. In the Euro, I haven't even watched the 00Z. No, but okay, this is what, like, I've been talking about all year. That in a worst case scenario, the day we wake up and see 4 hurricanes in the ocean, that it might be like multi-ball with hurricanes in pinball. Hey, North Carolina. Has anybody here ever played pinball and you get multi-ball where it's just like all the pinballs are kicking around? And consider Florida like a flipper. So that is what we're going to be, might be dealing with. We could have miracles any second. Hello, Idaho. How is your flooding doing? You guys have been not that bad. I don't think I read. Uh-oh. Whoops, that quirky girl. So yeah, we got multiple hurricanes coming. And so if you want to go by just signs in the universe that this might be a bad storm, John McCain getting a Queen's funeral was weird. And then the Aretha Franklin, Ariana Grande butt in front of Bill Clinton's eyes was weird. And then Elon Musk showed up smoking a blunt on John Rogan show. That was weird. Like, if people were trying to distract us, those seem like three really distractible things. So I took those as signs of like, yeah, the storm's going to be a big deal, man. And that tomorrow night, by Sunday night, we'll try and figure out the whole evacuation thing. And you don't want to call evacuations because you don't want people to waste their money. But if this is going to be a Category 5 hurricane, then I don't think you want to be standing there when it comes there. Hello, River Storm, Houston, Texas. It was like when I was in Houston last year. And I would say, hey, guys, we got a major hurricane coming. They were like, technically, you're a Yankee. You were born in Illinois, and you spent most of your time in DFW. You don't know jack shit, buddy. We've been through a lot of hurricanes. I was like, okay, great. 50 inches of rain. And so for a lot of people in the coastal states, whether it be like Florida or North Carolina, I think they have the same attitude of like, well, we've been through hurricanes before. We survived those. We could probably survive this. And it's like, no. I mean, that's not, everything has changed. Things have gotten weird. Can you remember a year that dropped 50 inches of rain 3 different times? Twice in Hawaii, and then, what was it the other day? So, that's why it's going to be a long September. Anthony Maicello. Locally in the Philadelphia area, we've been hit with heavy rain again this week. Rain expected through Monday with a potential of severe weather too. Coastal flooding likely tomorrow. This is all before the effects of Florence. And Eric Fisher points out, tropical situation busy. You got 9L, 94L, Florence, Gordon, Helene, 9. East Pacific, you got 91L, 92E, Alberto, Gordon, Olivia. I think Norman's dead, though. The West Pacific, 90W, 98W, Hector, and Magnet. So, here is the tropical update again. There is no good news this morning on Florence. Technically, that could almost describe all of 2018. The re-strengthening process has begun. The best evidence is a hurricane will approach the mid-east coast midweek. And TD9, soon to be Isaac, is starting to move towards the Caribbean. So the islands need to be on high alert. Florida, what did I predict before the hurricane season started? The 4 spots would be the East Coast, Florida, Hawaii, and Texas. So if you were on that list, I would suggest having a second thought about how you're going to deal with it in the future. It was like I talked about the snow day where, like, the governor of North Carolina declared a state of emergency. So I think if you're in a situation where your governor's declared of a state of emergency and you go to your school or you go to your work, and you say, hey, I'm getting out. I'm going to go stay with some friends to the west for a couple of days till this thing blows over. I think they would let you. I don't know. Every single case is going to be different. But I'm saying if people kind of looked at it as, if they can afford it, a way to get out of town and have a decent time, less stress, I would recommend it. And if you have people that are like me, who are good people, and did not like always be like, how can I make money? How can I make money? How can I make money? And they need a little help getting out of town too. That's why I recommend take some friends or friends with you. I'm saying you got to go pick up homeless people, but everybody should have a friend that's doing a little bit less good, as my grammar. And so in this situation, if we were going to work it anywhere close to optimal, you'd want multiple people in minivans or multiple people in SUVs and everybody kind of working together to go on a, let's avoid doom camping trip for 5 days. Because, when I was here for Rita, when we tried to escape, it was crazy. It was literally apocalyptic on the highway. It was not a good place to be. So if people are going to evacuate, the best case I can recommend right now would be if you decide, okay, I might be in the path of danger, it'll be easier for me to take off. It'll be easier to take off Monday. Because if everybody starts freaking out on Tuesday, the 2 days, then I think the highways are going to jam. I don't know, man. We're in new territory here. Hello, Houston. Saray Mao. Shit gonna hit the fan? Yes, but we'll make it through after, as long as we adapt to it well. You're blaming it on the African dust? How do you know that African dust isn't Martian dust? What if the Martians nanobotted that shit? Thor, I've taken so much from you, and I've started enjoying meteorology. And I do my own predictions, and I use your predictions as well. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but old people adults used to sit on the porch during sunset and sunrise and night and day and look at the stars and stuff. Like the sky was the original iPhone, television, computer. I don't know if you guys knew that. Yeah, like nature in the sky. Everybody was like, wow, that's so amazing. But then they turned your iPhone into like a mirror. So it was like you, but cooler. And people were like, screw the sky. Screw nature. Have you seen me all filtered up? I'm as sexy as Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez combined into like the sexiest woman. All right. So yeah, edited videos. So wait, we're going to talk about that. Okay, but as much as I joke, like Gordon is still dropping heavy rain. All right, what? Hurricane preparation is extremely stressful, and that stress only compounds as your time to prepare decreases. I said that. Take this weekend to do the little things now that will give you more time and decrease the stress on you and your family later. For any newcomers, let's go back to the GFS, showing it hovering like a Category 5 and then turning into a giant Mondo storm. I mean, this is insane. This is wild. I mean, it can't be the end of the world, because why would they spend so much effort trying to distract us only to have the world end in like a month and a half? Hey, what was always the September date? Was it November 23rd or September 23rd? Or like every year some super fringy Christian religion is like, the earth will get hit by an asteroid on September 23rd. They do it like every year. It's like a gag. I hope people on the East Coast are preparing as well, and that's why I'm here. And I hope Houston is prepared. It's what I keep reminding people is that this silly season could last 5 to 7 more weeks. Are you guys looking at this? This is wild. So, okay, that's the GFS. I don't know if the Euro's up yet. Okay, so here are the track models. Don't you think it's weird we have like 13 different models and none of them are extremely accurate? It's like that peanut under the shell game. Only instead of a peanut, you get a hurricane. Or you don't get a hurricane. And Krista, oh yeah, I got to remind people, especially for my videos, check if you haven't seen anything from me, definitely check back, because I mean, I've been saying that I'm one of the most censored guys on YouTube, although Alex Jones takes that now. And yeah, they colluded on his ass for sure. Like, I mean, I wasn't the biggest Alex fan, but they all shut him down in like, what, 3 days? It's kind of like, remember back in 2008 when 7 different banks failed on the same day? I was like, geez, wow, that's weird. You know what the odds of that are? Like, what are the odds? Kentucky Fried Chicken, McDonald's, Burger King, In-N-Out, and Jack in the Box are all going to like be bankrupt on the same day. You know, you can be like, wow, that's crazy symmetry. You know, what a coincidence. What was my whole point? I don't remember. Okay, so Florence, they're saying it's Cat 4. I think it's going to be a Cat 5. Another thing, you guys, I've been trying to train you guys to definitely be doing your own research and crossing your researchers, you know, have more than one opinion. And so spaghettymodels.com is a place that I go often than not. They have a ton of stuff that's really easy for me to choose. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. The alligators turned into a... There's that kind of, remember when I talk about the atmospheric bridge river that's being built over us? We're seeing it displayed here. And so this is all super floody. And that's super floody. And then you got giant hurricanes coming in, man, we're in trouble. But yeah, YouTube, man. What a crazy time. Okay, so that's Florence right there. And notice that thing in front of her. That is the thing that could become another system. Have you guys heard that? That there's a system in front of Florence that could become another system. Let me try and find a good one. There's so many things going on right now. All right. Where we at? Okay, so there is Florence, and there's that weird thing in front of her. And as I mentioned previously before, I've been watching all the BBC guy people ones, and they've been saying, we don't know what's going to happen to our weather because their weather depends on how the cyclones react or the hurricanes hit us and then go out there. And they were saying, since we have no idea what's going to happen, they have no idea what's going to happen. So everybody just needs to stay tuned really closely. And I'd never heard them say that before, so I thought that was really interesting. But this is water vapor. And so as you can see, everything is wet, moist, or humidity-ish. And the wind shear's been trying to tear up Florence, but it got her down to a nub, but she's like Wolverine and she just heals back up. McDouble is here. That's fantastic. Is it going to hit Bermuda? They're saying no. But because I think it's going to be too south. But like I said, I think at this point, I mean, if you're not on the coast, you don't have to monitor it all the time. But if you're on the coast, this is the number one story going on right now. Especially since the last two GFS models have showed it at a Category 5 hurricane. I mean, who wants to stand and fight a Category 5 hurricane other than Lieutenant Dan? But like I said, this system here, they were saying it could develop into something right there, which is very strange. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and look, when they come out, the bigger they get each time. That's going to be a hurricane in the future, that thing. Yeah, we got a situation, man. No, B-man, I was trying to figure out if I was going to move, and the last week, I don't know, my life has just been crazy. But I appreciate it, and if I ever do get the chance, I will. Wow, look at this one. This one's wild. Yeah, praying won't hurt. Look at that. That is wild. You guys watching this? Smoke them if you got them. Definitely Thor's chat room keg party. So, yeah, dude, this is wild. Okay, instead of just saying this is wild, because that's not very good. Nobody's gonna be like, yeah, you should watch Thor News. He just says this is wild over and over. Everybody loves it. Okay, so here's the situation. Because I know we're focusing a lot on Florence, but there is so much going on right now. And look at this. This is the atmospheric river I've been talking about that Mother Nature's building slowly with water and rain. So look at that thing. So our hurricane is going to come up to meet that, I think, to form our giant Quetzalcoatl storm. We got another Trinity Man 922 in the house. Welcome, ROLF. Let's roll on the floor laughing. So, I mean, just look at that situation. It is definitely like the Avengers Infinity War, Game of Thrones, the last season, Justice League movie 3. This is definitely crazy. This is wild. It's definitely the wildest time. Weaponized weather. Yeah, they weaponize volcanoes too. They're like, I'm gonna win the game by killing everybody. Sounds like a great end game. I got an idea. Let's kill everybody. Okay, great. Then what? Like then we won't have to worry about nothing. We don't have no problems. We don't have to do with nothing. I guess it's easier for people to think that somebody's in control. And who could fight the man that controls all the weather? I could probably give it a shot. I don't know how to do though. I'm defense, so I have to wait for him to punch me first. Yeah, I think everybody should watch him prepare. And it's weird because when I look at this and I look at the clouds, people are like geoengineering. I'm like, dude, what about aliens? Like I said, what if they got the air so moist that they're going to instantly freeze us and then just come by and pick us up like popsicles, stick us in their freezer so they'll have like human appetizers for the next billion years? That sounds just as logical as some Tony Stark genius who runs all the weather. Because then how did that guy get the Air Force to follow them forever? You know, how does you get a large group of people to just make all of civilization take a total nosedive for 17 years? None of it really makes any sense. And I think that's why people like to come up with bumper stickers that make them think they get it all. Because that way their brain just doesn't have to think of solutions anymore. Because my brain hurts, dude, because I've been trying to figure this shit out for a long time. It don't make no sense. Hey, Star of the Oracle. Hey, Blue Water Pines. Hey, roll on La Flora laughing. Stamo, no. Hi. Alamet. No, it's not Brian. Sean Doomchaser. All right. Yeah, the hurricane by Guam would be the strongest hurricane of all time. It was like 880 pressure, which would be like 230 mile per hour winds or something. So you have possibly the strongest typhoon / hurricane in Earth's history, and then a potential top 10 hurricane in Florence. So yeah, this is why I've been talking about weather for 5 years. You think I wanted to give up like having a love life, having friends, being part of the group? For what? I only did this because it's the only thing I knew that we all got to come together to adapt to Earth, because every single time throughout history, when the rich people tried to throw the poor people in the volcano as a result of the Earth weather changes, all of civilization was destroyed. Like they lost every time, whether it be Mars, Atlantis, Aztecs, Mayans. They're like, okay, the Earth is changing. What is the best way to deal with it? Let's all get greedier and more psychotic and more evil, and maybe then we'll win. Well, they tried that shit a bunch, and it never worked, not one single time. I guess they dug a microchip out of Mars, one of the very first rovers, and the microchip was like, I'll teach you how to build an iPhone, and then I'll teach you how to throw the poor people in the volcano when the Earth starts to change, and then you will win. And they were like, that is a great idea. But they're probably like 60, 70 now, so they're like, even if it doesn't work, I'll probably be dead by then. Mini magnetic connection with the dark star. There's a lot of things. This one's like, there's so many things that could be involved right now, whether it be the geoengineering, plus the aliens, plus dimensional creatures, plus planets, plus, interdimensional demigods and Cthulhu. Man, I don't know. That's why I just kind of sit back. But all that shit is still easier to figure out than women. Why do women do what they do? Oh, dang. I better end this now, before I start talking about how much I love women. And I love you guys. This has been fun, and this is fun. I'm going to try this again. I definitely need to do some improvements. So, wouldn't you agree? You guys are cool. I want you to stay cool.